So I'm reading an article from the French, and I like the French. They're great, and they're trying to figure out a problem that they have, and it's a problem. It's called separatism. And the problem with separatism is that when you go against separatism, when you've invited it, especially when it has to do with organized religion, so like my religion believes in my faith, and you tell me my faith is okay up to X point, and then everybody else has their faith too, and then one day you say that my faith is making my children no longer good. In fact, my faith is making my children poisoned. And then you make their children change because you don't believe that their children should be the way that they are, because you think that they're being turned into something. I don't know the word for it. I guess radicalized into it. But I don't know if that's the right word that they want to use. I do want to remind them, though, in France and French and any other place that wants to pull this shit, I want to remind all of you that your governments and your powers are subject to you, and if you fall, they will wipe out everything you have ever had on the faces of your buildings. You go ahead and tell the churches, the Catholics, the Protestants, the Baptists, and the Jehovah's Witnesses, or any of them, that they can't bring their children to church because the dogma might make their children believe in God. Go ahead. Good. And when they take over your country here in about 10 years, because your population is almost 50% majority Muslim, and they're taking all of your nice Jewish people down to Israel and making that into a modified habitat for rich people, when they go through your city and say it's not okay to have any crosses up anymore because you took away our burqa, you just remember these days. You remember Hagia Sophia. You remember all the other places where we have gone back and forth and back and forth and back and forth again with religion. You go ahead. You take away somebody's religious rights and tell them that because they're children, the dogma of it shouldn't be allowed to them. And I tell you what, there should be no child then inside of any church, not the Mormon temple, nowhere. Because if the dogma of religion, of any one person's religion, is disallowed for their children, male or female, it will cause a holy war. It is not of excellence. It is a pitiful example of somebody trying to control another person's process. Imagine if they said that the taking of the bread and the blood of the body was now illegal because you're transforming children into believers of something that never died. Because some people actually believe that Jesus never died. Did you know that? It's kind of crazy. Some people believe that Jesus is coming back. Some people believe that Jesus has never died and is coming back to wipe us out. Whoa, wow, let's go ahead and define everybody's religion based on what they look like. Because only black people are Muslim, only white people are Catholic, and guess what? Only dumb people make stupid rules that cause problems in relationship to religion because it always backfires. My gosh, it's not going to help you to do this. When you lose your country in another 20, 25 years and you're no longer the Caucasian majority, and the Caucasians are part of the Muslim population too, because it's a real population and it's a real law-abiding people who have a monotheistic God, who believe in Allah. Yep, that's what they do. They believe in Allah. In 20, 25 years, when your country is no longer Caucasian and is no longer running around chasing after what you believed, do you want that? Do you really want that? Does that sound like something that's filled with happiness and joy? Does that sound French?